Okay, hello everyone. So this is a lesson I wanted to share with you. I did this with my grade 2 students in junior high, so that would be grade 8 junior high. So the grammar point was I, he, she was blanking. So we decided to use this game called the detective game. And I found this on Inglopedia, so thank you very much, Inglopedia. You are amazing. Basically, it's a detective game. It's I guess you could say crime game. So what I started the activity with was telling the class that somebody stole my cookie. I don't know who, but somebody took my cookie, and I want to know who took my cookie. So I made a really big deal about that. And then basically what we did was we told the students that they can find out who took the cookie by looking at everyone's alibi. And whoever, like, you could see 2 people had a false alibi, so 2 people took Jessica's cookie. Ooh. But anyways, so how this started was we gave each student a character card, and then we gave each student this worksheet. This is like their detective notes. Of course, we gave it to them blank, so with no answers on there. And what the students had to do was walk around and ask everybody, what's your name, what were you doing, and who were you with? So for example, okay, yeah, actually, sorry, before we did this, we got the students to practice these, so I would say, repeat after me, what's your name? And then they would say, what's your name? And the teacher would translate it in Japanese, and then I am yada yada. What were you doing? And then I'd get the kids to repeat me, and the teacher would translate it. I was blanking, so then I get the kids to repeat me, and then the teacher would translate it in that kind of pattern. And once we were finished, we gave each student a card, and then we were like, okay, so for example, what's your name? I'm Kumi. What were you doing? I was making dinner. Who were you with? I was with Jiro. Now there's a different way you can do this. You can have, what's your name? I'm Kumi. What were you doing? I was making dinner with Jiro. So you can skip that third part there if you want. So this class actually had 27 students, so it went really, really long. So we literally took the whole class to do this, and we now know better ways to do it that would be more time manageable. But anyways, so we made sure the kids understood what to do. So as they were collecting information, they were writing it down, and after they had all of their information, or most of their information, they can circle whether or not someone was telling the truth or a lie, who was false. And yeah, basically we all just walked around and asked these 3 questions to everybody, because the way that this works is each student has to ask every other student, which is why it took too long. And now we've come to realize it's probably better if you have less characters and make maybe a pair have 1 character, and then they can walk around and get information or whatnot. So anyways, yeah. So what's interesting about this is on the Inglopedia file, it had English names, and then I was like talking to my teacher, I was like, you know, English names are pretty hard for students to say, so let's change them to Japanese names. And she was like, oh, okay. So she came out with this huge list of names that just, like, it was perfect. And so we put our names in there. So my name is Jessica, her name is Kanako, and we were shopping was our alibi. But anyways, as the game went on, the students pretty much, like, they enjoyed it. The girls don't like asking boys questions or interviewing them, and the boys don't like asking girls, because Japan's a very, like, gender segregated country. So we had to, like, push the students to, like, really ask everyone. I mean, not all classes were shy. Some of them were, like, pretty good. So anyways, yeah. So basically how you'd fill this out is you find the name, what they were doing, and who they were with, kind of thing. So yeah, okay. So after this activity, then the teacher handed this out as kind of like their homework. And what they would have to do is write down 3 sentences, 3 full sentences of Kanako was shopping with Jessica. So they can refer to this sheet here and they can be like, okay, Rio was studying English with Taro. And then they would write that here. And she wanted 1, 2, 3 sentences written down, which I thought that was like a really nice closure to this game. And actually, the students didn't finish filling this out for every class because we just ran out of time, but they still figured out who the criminals were. And so the answers we had was Yumi and Takeshi. So then I shaked my fist at Yumi and Takeshi, the cards. I was like, ah, you took my cookie, no. And yeah, that kind of concluded that. So yeah, otherwise there's not much else that I gotta say about this game. You can get like a better detail description on Inglopedia, so you can check that out. But anyways, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.